Pisces, I'm so happy to tell you this is one of the luckiest months of the year for you. This is going to open up a vista of purpose and meaning, but also fortune, even the possibility of winning some money. It's just the kind of month where you can take a deep sigh of relief because nothing could be like the hell on wheels of September 2025. We're talking October when those eclipses are in the rearview mirror and we're settling, the dust is settling. So we're going to break it down week by week for you how to handle this much better month of October. And even if you thought September was pretty darn good, then because most of you didn't, then you're going to think it's way better in October. So I'm so excited. Beautiful, beautiful water trine activating your lucky houses and so much more. One of the things I want to tell you about before we go ahead is welcome. My channel is, I'm Lori Lothian. This is my channel. I'm using Western Tropical Zodiac Astrology. This is not sidereal. We're into the old whole sign house system. I tell you about fixed stars and minor asteroids on my regular content. If you haven't tried me before, please consider subscribing and helping my channel grow so that I can continue to provide this content for you. I'm a teacher more than I'm anything else. And if you want to come join me on my Sky Reader class, it's one of my many classes, but this is my signature yearly program to time your best life. Be your own astrologer, have some fun, meet some other students, come to the weekly Q&A calls, listen to the replays, come to the live Zoom classes with me, join the private Facebook communities on Facebook and Discord. Check out the fun information offered by my guest teachers in astrology. This is all going to be archived forever for you, even if you can't attend. We have a relocation astrology. We have a grad aspect, Sabian symbols and zodiacal releasing. So it's going to be a chock-a-block. It's extremely affordable. And so check it out in the description box below. Come join us. And if you want to also sign up for a 6-month astrology course by my dear friend and mentor and another colleague of mine, Renn Butler, he's teaching his 6-month archetypal astrology program, and it starts in October. He often lets you in the door late. I think it's October 4th. And if you tell him that I sent you to his class, he will give you the now expired early bird discount code. I think it's $200 off the regular price. And his is a deal as well. Us Canadians, we put things at a decent price. And it's a great class. I took it in 2020 and I never looked back. I don't even want to describe how much I learned there. It's this whole, like I could do an essay on the extreme learning of that course. It's fun and he's a great teacher, and you'll learn about the outer planets in ways that are eye-opening relative to your natal sky. It's the kind of class you can take to become a teacher. Okay, so I mean a practitioner of astrology. All right, so we're going to talk about your sky. I'm going to show you the sky. We're going to go through it week by week. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out everything about me in my description box. All right, here we go. Hey, here we have it. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? This is the sky for you. This is a Pisces ascendant right here, ascendant. I'm going to move us back by an hour if I can. So let me give me a minute. I want to make sure I don't want to lose your, there. This is a 0-degree ascendant in Pisces. If you're listening for your rising sign, it's your simulation avatar in the game of life. If you're listening for your sun, it's your soul, but it also represents career, purpose, matters often about why you're here. And then your moon is your mind and body complex, a sense of the self you are, but it also will connect you to your home-based matters, like an eclipse to the home can eclipse where you live. I can see that you, of course, know that you have been in the eclipse throes, just like the Virgos across the way, with the North Node and South Node here. You are in a once every 18-year eclipse cycle. This takes you back to 2006, 7, and 8. All right. And before that, like 1987, 88, 89. And so 88, 89. And so you are really going through a huge amount of change. And this is so rare because with Jupiter in the relationship to these eclipses, we haven't seen that since the late 1800s. You're extremely blessed under this eclipse cycle. Hopefully you're feeling that way. Now, one thing I want to mention is those eclipses last month that hit you directly, one here at September 7th at 15 degrees of Pisces, one September 21st at 29 degrees of Virgo. Those are still playing out, but it's like if you hear like an echo of something, like a cannon shot, and you can hear the echo of the shot, like it's not like in your face right now, but these are playing out for the lunar eclipse in your sign, 6 months, for the solar up to a year. Even you're still feeling the energies, or more like the 3 months, 6 months energies are still there, but they're not in the foreground. And there's some beautiful things happening in October that I really want you to understand. So as we begin the month of October, the first, and you're ruled by Jupiter, and he's in the house of good fortune through till next July. So say nothing more, right? Pisces rising, especially, but sun and moon, you got this. October 1st to the 2nd, and you feel it on the 29th, 30th of September as well, like 2 days before October, first 2 days of October, last 2 days of September, first 2 days of October. Mercury will square Jupiter. Jupiter, your happy Santa Claus, fairy godfather in the house of good fortune, very capable of making you a grandparent or getting pregnant yourself or your partner getting pregnant during this transit. Also makes you lucky to win some money or to speculate. Gambling and speculation can pay off. Know your limit, play within it. Don't let an astrologer tell you to start gambling if you're an addict in gambling. It just means you have more good fortune, and that includes financial fortune through till next July. And as he's here, amplifying that, your creativity, your muse, your entrepreneurial projects, bringing you more joy and happiness and pleasure and romance and all of that good stuff. As he's here, and we move into the first couple of days of October, there becomes a square energy between him and Mercury. Mercury and Jupiter together is information that provides an opportunity, news or information or understanding that feels like an opportunity. And because it's connected here to the 8th house, is a financial opportunity for most of you. Some of you, it could be something like paying off a credit card, eliminating a debt, getting a refi, getting a stock investment that takes off, and maybe even something connected to your spouse's money doing really well, and you both are benefiting from their financial increase. So whatever it is, or an inheritance or a divorce settlement, but lucky energies around those things. And so that kind of chunky unearned income shared with others often is going to look good. There's news or information about that. And then later on, if you trundle down the line further on, you're going to see some more action on the same front with the sun later on. We'll get to that when it happens. So it's a two-part deal on this kind of money luck for you in this month ahead. When we move to the 6th of October, we have a full moon at 14 degrees of Aries. Aries happens to be the part of your chart that is your earnings and money house. It's where you save your money. It's your possessions. It's your resources. It's where your save wallet. It's your pocketbook. Now, you've been wounded in the pocketbook energetically since 2019. Thank you, Chiron. Now you're a little confused, but dreaming the big dream and rethinking the big dream as there's a retrograde Neptune. How are you going to be dreaming into your life a whole new structure for financial well-being? Well, you'll know that next year when both Saturn and Neptune are together here, and with Saturn's help for 3 years, you will have a dream of a new structure for your own money. But before you get to that, and we're looking at this year, this full moon will light a completion or fulfillment of a financial gain or goal that you would plant as a seed there in the new moon, March 29th. Behind us. So March 29th into mid-April, you are planting financial well-being seeds of some kind, and then they're sprouting, fulfilling, and completing at this time. Possibly also full moons just put a spotlight on your finances. You're going to look at how much money you have. You're going to take accounting of your spending. You're going to look more closely at what your financials are telling you. Now, don't be afraid of doing that. Jupiter witnesses all of that from the 5th house of good fortune, and all said and done, it will not be a bad idea to follow full moon here by inspecting your financial stories. Yet the full moon can bring a fulfillment, a windfall, a harvest of more money to you in the 6 months that follows this fulfillment moon of October the 6th. On October the 7th to the 14th, we're moving into the second week. On October 7th to the 14th, we start off with Mercury, who was squaring Jupiter at the beginning of the month, now moving into a square to Pluto. Now, Mercury is going to do this by crossing over into the next sign. He's not too shabby in Libra, just so you know. He has been liking it there September 18th to October 5th. But then on October, helping you deal with the financials, the banking, the loans, the mortgages, conversations with your spouse about money, etc. Then he crosses over and leaves that story behind early in the month, about the 6th of October. And now he's going to spend all the way to the 29th, almost Halloween. He's spending most of his time here in your 9th house. 9th house is the house of spiritual belief and religious ideologies. Sure, you might pick up a new thread, a meditation practice, a new mantra. But Mercury here can also be about your religious beliefs. Your academic endeavors, going back to school, and he's like Mr. Messenger. So you might end up looking at opportunities, brochures, finding some information about a possible academic setting that you'd like to attend, or hearing from the school itself. You might be doing well in school during his transit here because he's your intellect here and he's moving through the house of learning, higher learning. You might even find that with Mercury up here, matters of travel are calling you, especially with Mars, who likes to journey places. And Mercury is a protector of travelers on the road. For some of you, there may be a call to travel pretty extensively. Quite often, this kind of chart looks like foreign shore and foreign land travel. So if you're going to be traveling to a country other than the one you're currently living in, basically a far off foreign shore, then this could be something that Mercury wants to offer you through the whole month of October. And Mars will be there accompanying him as well. We'll get to Mars in a minute. Now, with Mercury here at last, if you're in a publishing industry, you publish books, you publish stuff on publications, magazines and periodicals and blogs are third house. Ninth house is like, here's my thesis, here's my book. So that kind of publishing will be favored as well, as Mercury will wheel and deal to get you the best deal possible for your book or whatever, your thesis or whatever it is. But as he enters into here, he squares Pluto, which uncovers hidden secrets of some sort, October the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And these are hidden secrets that may connect to your past lives. Yeah, you just found out you were a nun in a past life. That explains everything. It covers things to do with your childhood, your family of origin, and therefore anything to do with things you don't know about growing up, things you don't know about your ancestral line may be revealed to you. Maybe it's just a DNA test and you find out you're Slavic or something, but just know I had some Lithuanian in my bloodline for my DNA test and some Swedish. Just so you know, you really have this opportunity to uncover also something deeply spiritual, because Pluto is in a full liberation house. You might have an important dream. Mercury is in the house of the Asclepian temples for dreaming. You might have an amazing, profoundly transforming dream at night. So put your dream journal by your side, October 6th, 7th, and 8th. The next thing up on the menu of world events for your sky is a beautiful Venus sextiles Jupiter energy. Venus and Jupiter together right here, flowing in a nice little, gotta love it up 5. You can find some really soothing energy coming into long-term committed love relationships. Like literally, suddenly the sex is better. It's more fun. You're enjoying each other's company. You could take a leisure trip together. It's going to open up in existing marriages and long-term loves a deeper spiritual connection, some deeper connection to finding the spiritual common ground between you. Now, this can also be announcements by your partner that their partner's pregnant, okay? This can also be situations connected possibly to announcements of a grandchild on the way. That is very much a vibe of Jupiter or Venus here at this time with Mercury in the 9th. I kind of think another element is your entrepreneurial energies are picking up some positive steam, and you might find yourself getting not a benefactor, but a contract or a client or a customer who wishes to be a part of your success. Venus here, she could be also with the South Node bringing in a new romance. And if a single Pisces is looking for love, and if you're not looking for love, as they say, it could come to you with a bit of a shock and awe because of this Uranian energy. So in a way, if you're going to find a love story emerging here, it's with a soulmate. And because the South Node is going through your 7th house all the way through till next July, started this January, any new love stories that begin since January, you're with a twin flame, a soulmate, a divine complement. You're with a real partner of destiny. And that person may not last forever, by the way. Find these South Node transits bring in the season and a reason, but not always. Sometimes people last under this as well, whatever lasting means to you. Single Pisces, you may meet somebody and you might find that opening of an opportunity to meet somebody somewhere around, I'd say, so don't be afraid of dating. I'd say between the 5th and as late as the 10th, the 5th to the 10th, you could find somebody new because you take a chance on love. And in fact, in your local neighborhood, through traveling, through the social media sphere, through dating apps are all good in this chart for you to meet someone as well. So take a chance on it. October the 11th or so, Venus will oppose Saturn. It's really about the 11th, and you want to go 3 days, 10th, 11th, and 2 or 3 days before and after. So we're still keeping within that, the 7th to the 14th. And here we are, the 10th to the 11th. This is where love feels hard. If you're in a relationship already, then it's going to be testing the relationship. And it's good. Like I talked about, Virgo risings have the same thing as Pisces risings here. The relationship can feel constrained, constricted, and difficult. Your partner in love, Pisces, might be going through a difficult challenge right now with their own life, their health, perhaps, right? Over here with their world, something's going on. It's difficult in their storyline. Maybe they've someone's passed away in their life, a father figure, for example, or just something going on. There's a lot of ways I could parse this, but you might find that the love is a little bit not there. You know, it's withholding energy from your significant other. He or she wants to become a monk on you, and you're like, what? Like, and where's the love? So it'll pass as quickly. So watch for it, October the 11th. And give it a couple of days before and after, and then it's going to leave and you're free of that constriction. It would be a test of the relationship. So let's see if you can get through it successfully. And then we move into the beautiful air trine with a kite. Venus moves into Libra, her home kingdom, October 14th, and she's going to stay here for quite a long time. She'll be here all the way through from October the 13th, 14th. Time zone dependent, to November the 6th. Venus here is going to be very positive for your banking, basically your taxes, your mortgages, your financing, especially for property, matters to do with money coming from spousal support, separation, or divorce, and or sudden shocking surprises of legacy money or money connected to real estate. These are things you can do here in this kind of sky. However, as a general principle, Venus here can also incite secret love stories. And I already said you could meet someone just before this. So you might get involved in a secret love affair or secret love story, one way or the other. Your partner's keeping it a secret, you are. Well, she's in this part of your sky. So you do you, October 13th to the November 6th. But as she enters into the house of the secrets and the house of chunky money, then she's also activating a shocking, surprising, positive energy in the fourth house of property, land, and real estate. Money from your home, money generated from your home, money generated from your mom or dad, and somehow impacting you. And she's also flowing to Pluto, the god of wealth, in the 12th house of digital income and borderless revenue. If anybody here makes money online, this is going to look like a pop of financial wellness. With the kite pointing at Neptune in the second house, making money through matters of modeling, glamour, storytelling, any videography platform, any social media platform that uses video like TikTok, Reels, and YouTube, you can do very well. Another meaning of the way Neptune is anchored in here at the tip of a kite is some of your financial dreams are coming true. You're finally realizing a goal, a dream, something you've held or cherished around your finances, having it look like it's ready to show up for you. The moon in the sixth house of debts and indebtedness can also be an opportunity to have paying off a debt or eliminating a debt of some sort in a way that surprises you, and it's going to feel very good for you and feel like a cherished dream of debt relief may come true. That's a positive vibe. And then we move into the next story. And I mean, any debt, credit card, mortgage debt, you borrow money from a friend, debt relief. October the 16th and 17th, Jupiter and the sun, golden opportunity, come together. Now it's a square, which requires urgent action and decision-making. You see, it's building up on the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. So the 14th to about the 18th, 19th, 14th to the 19th, let's say that. This energy says a golden opportunity is coming your way. It's financial for 90% of you. It feels like good fortune, and it could be anything, guys. Saturn is the owner with the north node of increase of your windfalls and pennies from heaven. Unexpected financial fortunes from a windfall, pennies from heaven, an elder sibling, one above you. Massively positive energy coming through here about maybe, my shoulder, golden opportunities for refinancing, restructuring money in your life. And a golden opportunity maybe for one of your children, especially your firstborn child, showing up in their lives, and you're celebrating their golden opportunity, which positively impacts their financial well-being as well. We're talking adult children, right? Unless your kids get a bigger piggy bank or something. Then, as we continue forward in this storyline, we can see that October 19th, Mercury will meet with Mars in a conjunction. This is kind of really interesting combination. It's often quite good. Mercury gives some information that Mars needs to act on with passion and decisiveness. Mars is in his home kingdom. He's in good shape and he flows to you. And so look for some information or news. This can be with Jupiter. You're going to be a grandparent. This could also be matters connect or a parent. This is also information or news you have to act on about travel opportunity, a visa, a passport, a legal matter. Right. And yet you could prevail. This is great for going to court and fighting a legal battle, especially if it involves separation of assets in a divorce. This is also a really good part of the sky for you right now. That could be like, I'm going off to school, I'm going on a pilgrimage, and Mercury protects you in travel and Mars loves to journey. And so again, some positive, like inciting moments. Here's the information, here's the ticket, here's the plan, take the action, book the trip, take the, do the thing, hire the lawyer, hire the lawyer. This lawyer thing could happen here as well. Good for a book publishing deal, good for a book you've already published, taking off and being popular with people. If you need to leave a spiritual community because it's not right for you, you've got all the information you need to make the decision to leave it, including a religious community. And you could say, I'm letting go of this one, especially if that religious community is connected to your spouse and like you never got down with it anyway. I know that's a really specific example, but I see it in the sky. October the 21st, a new moon at 28 degrees of Libra in the house of chunky money. New fresh beginnings and how you handle that investment money, 401k money you share with your spouse, money that you get because of government subsidies, money you get because of tax rebates, new beginnings, fresh starts are here. Now, this is one of the best fresh starts you're going to have because Venus is with the new moon. So she's blessing it, bonifying it by being in her home kingdom and saying, I've got this for you. And you know what? I feel with Venus coming into this lunation that you're going to find yourself having a really big feeling of a fresh start, like a huge energy, a blossoming, because Venus is the exaltation lord for you. And this new moon is coming off of it increases the eclipses that offer you increase of whatever it is you desire. And so this is like beautiful energy for that increase for however it's going to show up. And the energy here of new beginnings and how you handle those monies. If you're going through separation, divorce, you're going to benefit and do well. If you want to look at it as an investment opportunity, you're going to do well. This isn't too bad for speculative gambling investment opportunities. Just be very careful. Of course, don't take my advice on that kind of thing. New beginnings, fresh starts in the way you handle that chunky money. And also, this is your in-laws. So new beginnings and fresh starts with how you interact with or relate with your in-laws is another option. If you're an occultist, like a tarot reader, new beginnings in your, mystery arts, occult arts, psychic abilities, and fresh starts. And Venus rules the house of marketing, selling, online world. Some of you might start a new endeavor, entrepreneurial Jupiter, in becoming an occultist online, giving people guidance with tarot or astrology or numerology, and starting to forge a new direction. And it's going to be a good fresh start. It's going to look good on you. Now, the last week of the month, October 21st, all the way through to the end, is pretty darn cool because we're going to have a lot of lucky flow for you, and it's going to impact you directly. It's really worth at least three four-leaf clovers and 2 horseshoes. So we begin on the 21st with the sun squaring Pluto. Sun is moving out of Libra, and it will be in the sign of Scorpio for a month. And when the sun is in Scorpio, it's putting a spotlight in your 9th house. So as soon as the sun arrives on the 22nd, 23rd, it puts a spotlight on matters to do with grandparenting, churches and temples, academic settings, book publishing industry, foreign travel, visas, pilgrimages, and more. And yet there's a moon that's fallen here. That's something to consider, which rules your house of children. So there might be some immediate concern on October 23rd, 24th about a child, especially because there's a square to Pluto. And maybe one of your children is going through a difficult time, even though Lord Jupiter is really supporting that child, especially the firstborn child. In the meantime, maybe they're having a baby and they don't want to. I don't know. And then The other energy you have is what secrets are you going to uncover or reveal under the light of this bright, bright spotlight in your ninth house about your purpose in life. And Pluto will help you uncover your deepest mission and purpose by revealing some of the things that were hidden from view connected to your past life. With Jupiter in the house of your natural gifts and talents you were born to express, then this is a signal that in Chiron wanting to express those talents and make money at it, that you're going to be able to reveal early on, the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, to yourself, some things you might have not understood about the power you have, talents and gifts you have, and it's going to be applied to the idea of purpose. Now you see houses 9 and 5 and 1 are Dharma houses, meaning, purpose, alignment with your life's script, but also luck houses, especially houses 5 and 9. And this is where it gets very interesting because Mercury opens up a beautiful flowing water trine. Grand water trines are lucky, easy, and flowing. And this energy here is activating the following big stories. You are moving into more sobriety and structure and command and mastery of some natural gift and talent that you wish to express creatively or entrepreneurially and connect it to the publishing house, the teaching house, the traveling house. Teach it the house of God and the Lakshmi house of luck. You could get some lucky breaks here when it comes to all of your artistic and creative endeavors. Travel plans are going to go swimmingly well. Possibly in this kind of story that you are looking at with Venus in the 8th house. Y'all going to leave her alone for a minute. Coaches, guides, mentors, and therapists are benefiting and favoring you. This would be the ideal time to hire a business coach or one shows up for you. Editors, publishers, people who want to support your creative projects, international success could show up. If you wanted to, Mars is always going to ask us where we want to go. You want to go here? You want to go there? Where you want to go? And he's quite capable of having you go away from where you currently live. Just want you to know that. So a few you might think, maybe it's time for a relocation. If you're pondering that under this auspicious triangle, and you may think about that, you will not likely make that move until Mars leaves Scorpio in early November. But this could be the runway for a move. So by the time we get to his movement, November 6th, add 6 weeks, there's possibly some of you are going to relocate your home based on this lucky trine. And possibly with the South Node here and Mercury here, it's a move connected to a relationship. You want to move closer to or further away from somebody you've been in or will be in a relationship with. It could also be a move connected to separation or divorce or new relationships, either one. But it would likely maybe connect you to moves connected to love and relationship as well. And it's interesting that Mercury's the news guy with all the information you need to know about this story. And he gives you, the details, the information, the advice, the dotted lines, and then Mars takes over. And so all the way through from 21 to 25, it's Mercury's gig. And then Mars hooks up and says, now take action, make decisions, get on with it already. Okay. Now I don't see a move yet, unless your IC is floating in the 3rd house and whole sign houses. And come take Sky Reader, you'll know what that means. This would be the runway for a move, the planning, the strategy for the move, the getting ready for a move. With the moon here, that really does suggest some Pisces are relocating, connected to endings and losses in relationships or new soulmate beginnings in relationships. And finally, the thing that ends our month out is that Mercury will move into the 10th house. And this is a house of marriage and weddings, and he's the announcer. Squaring the South Node, there could be some announcements being made that you're out of a relationship that was important to you. But when he's up here, he's also the wheeler and dealer, but he's not good at the fine print in Sagittarius. And he enters in here. He'll be here for 2 months minus he retrogrades in and out. He'll be here at first wing. At first, he'll be here up to about the 6th degree and backtracking through to November 19th. So by November 19th, he's heading back into your 9th house, right? Which is also maybe about judges and legal matters with Scorpio, with Mars up there. But one thing I would say is look at this opposition to Uranus. Like there's a surprise information, surprise news, surprise announcements. Could connect to career, marriage, relationship, home, property, land. And it's in a beautiful wedge to Saturn. And yes? No, it's in a beautiful wedge to Pluto. Sorry about that. And it's all about deep transformation. And again, there's the moon, which represents categorically one's home. So deep transformative announcement that impacts one's home could have some of you moving quite far away to a distant shore. When I say distant shore, it doesn't have to be a foreign land. It could be like the other side of the country, the other side of the state. But there's definitely but there's almost like a shock surprise quality. Of what it's happening either really quickly, really exhilarating. All of a sudden, there's a proposal for a move or something like that, an opportunity for a move. You are very realistic and very on your A game with Saturn. You've got a sober-minded, masterful grasp of all situations. So I suggest you'd probably make a really good decision about it. But it's almost like you can't get a handle on it right away. You think you can figure it out, but you can't. And it's because there's some unfinished business that needs to be tidied up. It's connected to matters in your 9th house because that's Mercury's going back. You see, he'll be there on the 19th and go back for a few weeks and then go forward again. So it's almost like you figure out the fine print, the visa, the legal matters, the court situations, the court orders, which foreign land you're going to, if that's what you're doing. So, but there looks like there's a lot here to say that some of you might have a nice little poke of a exhilarating surprise right here. Is it good or bad? It's just a surprise. You weren't expecting the news or information to come. This can be information from a father figure in your life, an authority figure, an elder male figure as well, placing Saturn here, elder male figure, information, news about them. And it could be exhilarating and fast moving regarding maybe a decision you might be making, a strategy to change your home. But it also could be surprising. So we only can tell when it happens. Let me know what that's about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Come join me in Sky Reader September 27th, 6-month live with me, or join Renn Butler for 6 months starting October 4th. And he probably extends the enrollment card a little later every year for about a week every year. So you probably can still get in with my discount code. It's not a code. You just have to tell him. He's really low tech that Lori sent you, and he will offer you the old expired, I think, early bird pricing. All right. I love that class. I might audit it this year. I always want to audit it every year just for the pure pleasure of it. Maybe I'll finally have time to do it this year. Take care, everyone. Ciao, ciao. Like, subscribe, please.